Back with the market, right to an 80 now. Market scaling up very nicely, a gap up start, and we're only holding on to that level. In fact, if not, picking up more on that. Tata Motors has managed to hit a 52-week high for itself. About a 9.5% bump up is what you're seeing on Tata Motors. 368 is where the counter is currently sitting. 169 stocks standing to the advances within the F&O segment, so the breadth of the market as well is extremely lively. But let's welcome on board the management of Dollar Industries, try and gauge the demand trends, and more importantly, what's the impact of the high yarn prices and how is it that they're trying to make the balancing act. We have with us Vinod Kumar Gupta, the MD at Dollar Industries, joining in on the show right now. Vinod, hi, good morning. Good to have you on the show. First things first, before I talk about demand, because that we know is robust, I wanted to understand how is it that you're, coping with the latest devil, which is the increase in output costs, or rather input costs, and the spike that we've seen in yarn prices. Are you being able to pass it on fully to consumers?
Yeah, right now the demand in the market is robust. The demand and the pace we are following our growth path, that has been excellent. And if you look at the yarn prices are on a slightly rising mode. But this year too, we have increased our prices twice till now, and there's not been a problem at our end in increasing the prices of our finished product once the cost of raw materials, including the yarn prices, are increasing. So the moment the yarn prices goes up, we also increase our prices. We pass on to the new prices to the consumer, and that's been very well accepted in the market as well.
All right, Mr. Gupta, just trying to understand, you say that the demand scenario is great, but there's also this concern about input prices. What is your capability in terms of passing that on to the customers? Do you anticipate that you'll have to take more price hikes in the near future? Will you be able to maintain your margins?
Yeah, passing on the increased prices onto the consumers is not a difficult task at our level. As and when there are increase in the prices of the input cost, we within a month we revised our price list and we start selling in the new rates to the consumers. And say this is not happening with us. The price rise happens with all the other manufacturers as well. So everybody acts in the same manner. So passing on to the consumers the new prices, that's never been a problem for us. As in the last year also, we have increased our prices 5 times. And this year, we have already increased our prices twice. Once we have already increased from 1st of October, not 1st of October, 15th of September. And as of now, the prices are again on a rising mode. So the moment we start buying the raw material at the new prices, we will surely be able to pass on to the consumers smoothly. There is no hiccups into that.
Mr. Gupta, if you can also quantify that, what is the percent of increase across the board in prices? And also, there is this talk now of the GST Council considering higher GST rates across the textile sector. Do you think that that would be something that would hurt the industry and particularly yourself as well?
Yeah, the GST Council in its 45th GST Council meeting, they have already opined that because of that inverted duty structure, they are going to increase the output GST rate. So we are the entire industry is already working against this. We are in touch with the Finance Ministry, PMO, and the GST Council members also, and we are fighting with them because at the moment the prices are getting increased from 5% to 12%, that is going to hurt the sentiments as well, because 85 more than 2/3 of the industry is unorganized sector. So the moment the increase in the GST rates happens, it is going to hurt the entire chain, the entire industry. So we are pleading before all the requisite bureaucrats and the chief ministers as well, so as to make them understand that this increase will, of course, go against the industry players. So they should consider our request. So that fight is already on.
So how Dollar Industries is talking to the government when it comes to the GST issue. But you know, the other question I wanted to ask you was, yesterday you saw such a big and an important decision for the textile sector at the cabinet level. We've seen a briefing also. This is a government now that wants to bring back the market share India has lost when it comes to textiles and exports. How are you reading yesterday's decision, and what is it going to mean for your company?
Yeah, that's been a very good decision. The government is banking very much on account of exports from the textile sector. The government is doing everything to promote it, and they have also set a target of $100 billion export of textiles from India in coming 2 years. The textile parks, which they have already announced 7 parks yesterday, mega parks, that's been a big step from the government side, and government is doing everything to promote this. That's why we are also very much hopeful that on the front of the GST rate revision, the government should act favorably, because we also know after this agriculture, this textile is the second largest sector where the employment generation is the highest. So we are sharing all the data with the GST council members and all the governments, whether it is from West Bengal or UP or Gujarat or Maharashtra or Delhi or Punjab, and try to make them understand that when the government is taking initiative for increase in the production of textile goods, they should also look at the problems which the textile sector might have to face once this GST rate is revised. So we are hopeful that the government will surely act in a positive, giving a positive touch, and we look at the what the government want. We are also always there to help them and increase the productivity in the country so as to increase the exports as well. So the government is very much in favor of the textile industry to grow.
Right. Now, you tell us one thing before we let you go. So far, you know, most of your advertising, brand building has been via Bigg Boss. You going to stick with that, or we can expect new avenues?
No, we are already into advertising via our Dollar Bigg Boss, Dollar Missy, and then Dollar Ultra. And there is one more brand which is Dollar Leher. So we are also pitching up for that Dollar Leher commercial, and maybe in the new fiscal, coming fiscal, people and the consumers will be able to watch a new commercial from our side in terms of Dollar Leher. That's our economy range.
Vinod, great to have you on the show and get in all that perspective.